All right, so I want to say good evening. I want to say blessings, peace to everyone that's out here this evening on this beautiful, beautiful Wednesday evening. I am in the Atlanta, Georgia area. That's where I reside at. But I'm always first and foremost an up north Jersey, Philly goddess. So I am up to date. I am so excited. You have no idea. I love the small goals that I achieve. That means something to me. So I want to welcome you to my live audio this evening on a Wednesday, October the 24th. And so this is a Wisdom Wednesday, right? So I'm taking some context from Sadhguru. If you don't know him, you can look him up. His name is spelled Sadhguru. Sadhguru. So my apologies in advance if I have pronounced his name incorrectly. He's into yoga. He's like one of those peace and love guru individuals. Okay, so again, this is Wisdom Wednesday for a happier and smarter life. And this is all about self-empowerment. So let me know if these tips or tools apply to you. If it doesn't, that is okay. But if it does, if it resonates with you, if it sits with you, then apply it. So you've got a lot of reasons to be happy. Like seriously, really, you've got a lot of reasons to be happy. Knowing that we can wake up in the morning, that is a blessing and fortune within itself. Waking up, open your eyes, and knowing that you have another day, another opportunity to breathe. So, being happy goes beyond just pleasant emotions. Learning to remain joyful throughout the day can have dramatic positive effects on physiology and even improves the overall mental function. Isn't that enough reason to keep smiling? So even though physical laws prevent our brains from further development, there are various techniques like properly executing yoga practices that can help us learn how to use our brain better and better. And I was getting ready to say something, but I just wanted to continue to speak. And if you noticed, not only do I speak about it, but there's a lot more spirituality coming into play, which leaving spirituality is open because we all come from different walks and paths of life, as well as yoga practice and mindfulness and meditation to incorporate on our spiritual path or growth or faith or however you identify. So feeling inspired to get happy? Let's talk about some of these tips for happiness. So here are 10 tools towards a happy life. The first would be see that being joyful is your fundamental responsibility. The first and most fundamental responsibility for a human being is to become a joyous being. To be happy is not the ultimate aspect of life. It is the fundamental aspect of life. If you are not happy, what else can you do with your life? Only if you are happy can other great possibilities open up. Whatever you do, it is only your inner quality that you are going to spread. Whether you like it or not, that is the reality. Unless something of true value happens within you, you cannot do anything of tremendous value to the world. So if you are concerned about the world, The first thing you must do is transform yourself into a joyous being. The next would be realize that joy is your original nature. It does not matter what you are pursuing in your life, whether it is business, power, education, or service, you are doing so because somewhere deep inside you is a feeling that this will bring you happiness. Every single action that we perform on this planet springs from an aspiration to be happy because it is the original nature. When you were a child, you were simply happy. That is your nature. The source of joy is within you, and you can take charge of it. The next is put things in perspective. Today morning, did you see that the sun came up wonderfully well? The flowers blossomed, no stars fell down, the galaxies are functioning very well. Everything is in order. The whole cosmos is happening wonderfully well today. But just a worm of a thought worming through your head makes you believe it is a bad day today. Suffering is happening essentially because most human beings have lost perspective as to what this life is about. Their psychological process has become far larger than the existential process. Or to put it bluntly, you've made your petty creation far more important than the Creator's creation. That is the fundamental source of all suffering. We have missed the complete sense of what it means to be alive here. A thought in your head or an emotion within you determines the nature of your experience right now. And your thought and emotion may have nothing to do even with the limited reality of your life. The whole creation is happening wonderfully well, but just one thought or emotion can destroy everything. The next is see the mind for what it is. And excuse any alerts that you may get in here. I just want to make sure that you guys hear me. Somehow, if you know how I can turn it off so that even if it comes through, I won't hear it, leave me a comment in my section, please. So again, see the mind for what it is. What you call as quote unquote, my mind is not yours actually. You don't have a mind of your own. Please look at it carefully. What you call as my mind is just society's garbage bin. Anyone and everyone who passes by you stuffs something in your head. You really have no choice about whom to receive from and whom not to receive from. If you say, I don't like this person, you will receive a lot more from that person than anyone else. You really don't have a choice. If you know how to process and use it, this garbage is useful. This accumulation of impressions and information that you have gathered is only useful for survival in the world. It has got nothing to do with who you are. So at the end, when I'm done, please just let me know your thoughts on any of this. You know, I always love feedback. The next is move from psychological to existential. Got a little tongue tied there. When we talk about a spiritual process, we are talking about shifting from psychological to existential. Life is about the creation that is here, knowing it absolutely and experiencing it the way it is, not distorting it the way you want. If you want to move into existential reality, to put it very simply, you just have to see that what you think is not important. What you feel is not important. What you think has nothing to do with reality. It has no great relevance to life. The mind is just chattering away with nonsense that you have gathered from somewhere else. If you think it is important, you will never look beyond that. Your intention naturally flows in the direction of whatever you hold as important. If your thought and your emotion is important, naturally your whole attention will be right there. But that is a psychological reality. That has nothing to do with the existential. Suffering is not showered upon us. It is manufactured. And the manufacturing unit is in your mind. It is time to shut down the manufacturing unit. How very interesting this is. Wow. Again, what I'm speaking on, you agree, cool. You don't agree, cool. Love to hear your feedback on this. The next one is stop pursuing, start expressing. Today we are seeking happiness so vigorously that the very life of the planet is being threatened. Don't be in pursuit of happiness. Know how to express your happiness in the world. If you look back at your life and see the most beautiful moments in life are moments when you are expressing your joy, not when you are seeking it. So let me say that again. Don't be in pursuit of happiness. Know how to express your happiness in the world. If you look back at your life and see the most beautiful moments in life are moments when you are expressing your joy, not when you are seeking it. What you save will never be your quality. What you dispense will be your quality. If you save your joy, at the end of your life, no one will take account. So, for example, she saved every bit of her joy in her. She's the most joyfully dead. They will say, this horrible creature never even smiled in her life. But if every day you dispensed your joy and love, people would say, oh, she was a joyful and loving being. Do you get that scenario? The next one would be smile. When you get up in the morning, the first thing you should do is smile. At whom? No one. Because just the fact that you woke up is not a small thing. Did I not just say something very similar? So many millions of people who slept last night did not wake up today. But you and me, we woke up. Isn't it great that you woke up? So smile because you woke up. Then look around, and if there is someone, smile at them. For so many people, someone dear to them did not wake up today. Everyone who is dear to you woke up. Wow. I mean, that's totally awesome. It's a great day, isn't it? Then go out and take a look at the trees. Like in the morning, if you're fortunate and blessed to wake up, go look at the trees. They didn't die last night either, right? So you wake up, you're looking at the trees, you see that the trees are up. That's life too. They're alive, right? Your family members, if they're there with you and they woke up, smile. If they're not there, Give them a quick call. Hey, you all right? Okay. Glad you're alive. Smile about it. Be happy. Be joyous. Be blessed. Be thankful. You may think this is ridiculous, but you will know the reality of it when someone dear to you doesn't wake up. Don't wait till then to realize the value of it. It is not something ridiculous. This is the most valuable thing, that you are alive and everything that matters to you is alive. When on this disastrous night, so many people did not wake up, and the loved ones of so many others did not wake up, and you and your loved ones woke up, right? Because so many people did not. Again, I've had a coworker that she recently lost her mom. It hasn't even been 3 months, maybe 2 months. And then shortly after, she just lost her son. And she just had to bury him Friday. So please appreciate life and what it has, good, bad, and indifferent. Not only for yourself, but for your family members, if they are blessed to see another day. People always tend to give flowers when people are or have transition. No, be good and grateful and thankful for people when they are alive. Isn't it a fantastic and a beautiful thing when you can wake up yet another day? Appreciate it and smile at least. Learn to look at a few people lovingly. The next is remind yourself to smile, right? That used to kind of be me. Like I was just going through so much to the point where I was not smiling. And I was doing so much frowning that I felt like I had a permanent frown on my face. And people, whether they knew me or not, they would just kind of pull me to the side or pull my coattail, so to speak, and be like, smile, right? And I just was at a point in my life, I was not smiling. Sometimes I do it, not as much as I used to. I do more smiling and laughing because I appreciate life, and I appreciate and I'm blessed that I'm given another day, life, and opportunity to wake up. I don't even care what kind of pain that I'm in. I can deal with that. But knowing that I can open up my eyes and breathe and hear and see and smell and taste and know that I can get up with all of the opportunities that I have, that's a blessing within itself. So for many people, it just takes an hour to forget all this, and pretty soon their brain wants to bite someone. Their reptilian brain wants to bite someone. So give yourself a dose once an hour, a reminder of the value of life. If you are very sensitive, remind yourself every half an hour. If you are horribly insensitive, remind yourself every 5 minutes. It takes only 10 seconds to remind yourself. You could do it in just 2 seconds too. I'm alive. You're alive. What more? The next is transform what's within. At present, the quality of your life is not determined by the clothes that you wear, the educational qualifications that you carry, the family background that you come from, or the bank balances that you hold. Rather, the quality of your life depends upon how peaceful and joyous you are within yourself. Definitely, somebody who does not have food and who is deprived of the basic needs for survival can be physically miserable. That needs to be addressed, and I absolutely agree that that needs to be addressed. For such people, we must take care of those things first. But for most others, their needs are an endless list. You think the man who is driving the car is happier than the man who is walking on the street? Ask yourself that question and answer it. Do you really think the man who is driving the car is happier than the man who is walking on the street? No. It is not decided by what you have. It depends on how they are that moment. And lastly, stop comparing yourself with others. Some of us have a bad habit of doing that, and I'm speaking in general. You know who you are. I don't know, some I know, but in general, we have to stop comparing ourselves with others. Most people are miserable not because of what they don't have. It is simply because they are comparing themselves with someone else. You are driving a motorbike. You see somebody in a Mercedes and you make yourself miserable. This is just a what if or a scenario. For someone on a bicycle, he sees you on a motorbike and that is a limousine for him or her. Somebody walking on the street looks at the bicycle and thinks, wow, if I just had that, what I would have done with my life. All those people who depend on external situations to be happy will never know true joy in their lives. It is definitely time we look inward and see how to create personal well-being. From your own experience of life, you can clearly see that true well-being will come to you only if your integrity changes. If you depend on the outside to bring joy to you, you need to understand the outside never happens 100% the way you want it. When this is the reality, at least this one person, you, must happen the way you want it to be. If you did happen the way you want yourself to be, the very natural choice is joy. That is not something that you have to pursue. If you fall back into your original nature, joyfulness is the only way you will be. If you fall back into your original nature, joyfulness is the only way you will be. And so I hope that that was interesting. I hope in some way you took something from that. Let me know if you felt all of that, some of that, none of that. I just want to bring that and feel what people's perspective was from it. It had some good tips on in there and definitely some reminders for me. But overall, I do get the concept of it. And so with that, I definitely will apply some of those, because life is always an ongoing learning process or just process of life. I welcome you to join my platforms, my social media platforms. They are all under Aisha Speaks Jade. So, of course, you can find me on Facebook, which I am none other than Aisha, also going by my nickname, Jade. And I'm also on Instagram and Twitter, LinkedIn, and I do have a YouTube channel. So again, all platforms are Aisha Speaks Jade. When you go on my YouTube channel, you hit the thumbnail to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Like it. First of all, listen to it, listen to the replay, like it, share it, support it, make it do what it do, make it go viral. That's with all of my social media platforms. Like it, comment, good, bad, or indifferent. It's not really a right or wrong thing. It's a you thing, right? Create your happiness. Create what you want to do. Stop living and being for other people. Whatever your goal, your drive, your passion, your mission, vision, whatever it is, start pursuing it if you have not already yet. Make sure to take care of yourself. Self-care is not an option. It is a necessity. Know your value. Know your worth. Love yourself, because it all starts with you. Knowing your worth and your value, and respecting yourself, and liking yourself, and loving yourself. Be your own best friend. Stop going out here searching. Nothing wrong with best friends. I'm not saying that. But be your own best friend. Take yourself out. Know yourself, right? Know your good, bad, and indifference. Know your passions. You know what makes you go, what makes you thrive, right? And what ticks you off. And then work on all those things. Work on improving yourself. Don't always stay mad, because the longer you live, the longer that you live, and the more mad and frustrated and stressed and blaming everybody else and procrastinating, you're getting older and you're not achieving your dreams. So you have to work on you. And if that can mean a few things. Maybe you need a little therapy or counseling, or maybe you need a support group, or maybe you need a good person to talk to, or, maybe, I don't know, Google, YouTube, there are plenty of options, and you have choices. Right? There are choices in life. We have choices. We make those decisions, and we have to move forward. And yes, stop comparing yourself to others. What other people have, first of all, you don't know what they went through to get to where they're at. Secondly, that is their lane, not yours. So what you need to do is focus on you and your lane, where you need to be at. So thank you guys very much for listening. And I thank you in advance for listening to the replay. And I hope wherever you are globally, you have an awesome Wednesday and have a better tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow, and I want to send out an abundance of positive vibes and great energy. And with much appreciation and gratitude and thankfulness, I say namaste and ashe. Good night.